5 things you should always do to keep your home safe before you go on vacation. Keep in mind, the most effective way to preserve your peace of mind and keep your home secure is to be prepared. You can't control or predict what burglars or other unwelcome guests will plot against you while you are on vacation, but you sure have total control of your level of preparation. Find out what to do so you can relax and chill while your home sits empty, whether you are on a weekend trip to the nearby lake or beach, or on a week-long vacation to destinations across the country or overseas. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. I hope you are doing fantastic. I'm doing marvelous today, and if you're doing as great as I am, go grab a cup of coffee or tea or vodka and let's roll. Today we want to talk about an important topic here. 5 things you should always do to keep your home safe before you go on vacation. Number 1, make it look like someone is home, because a lot of unwelcome guests and burglars, they will never break into an occupied home, right? So you want to set timers to turn your lights on and off throughout the day and night, or you can also leave 1 or 2 prominent lights on where when you go, and leave a car parked in the driveway to make it seem as though someone is inside. The very important thing here is that this is actually the safest way to prevent a burglary, actually, according to tons and tons of studies and news media report. So to make it look like someone is really home, install motion sensor lights. All right. There is a good chance that something unexpected, be it an alarm, a barking dog, or even a sudden flood of lights, will be enough to send a crook away empty-handed. And even when you're not home, there are ways you can catch would-be burglars off guard. So what I'm trying to say here is that no technology will ever deter all would-be criminals. This is never happening. However, lighting is an easy way to make a big difference in keeping a home safe and secure. You probably have noticed that some car dealerships and other prominent stores in your neighborhood, would leave lights on all night. Even though this is people might say this is a waste of energy, but they're leaving it on because burglars are scared about lights. Not scared in the sense of physical fear, but it's more emotional and psychological. Add vacation mode lighting. So to the house, what you have to do is, if you have an app and you have this kind of IoT, Internet of Things, so everything is connected in the house. So you just have to install the app of the manufacturer, and you switch on the vacation mode, so that to a potential burglar, the house will not be dark, because to burglars in general, a dark house means an empty house. So if you want to make it look like your home, your lights should be on. Also, look into lawn maintenance. A lot of folks forget about the lawn and the backyard. It's very important, because if your lawn is not maintained, if your lawn is the only one not maintaining the neighborhood, so people are thinking, oh, okay, there must be something going on. Either the house is foreclosed upon, or the owner is not home. So you constantly have to think about some kind of a backup solution, where maybe you have a maintenance guy, a gardener, who would go to your lawn or backyard or front yard and take care of that while you are away. Beware of your blinds. This is very important too, because burglars will peek in through your blinds. So if you leave them open wide, it might take scammers and crooks and burglars only a single peek to realize there is nobody home, right? So you want to leave your blinds cracked. In other words, only slightly open, at least the ones in the ground floor windows. Also, try remote controlled lighting. Now, this is kind of similar to an app. The only difference here is that you have the remote control with you. The distance whereby you have to be, the distance between you and the lights or the house has to be limited. Either way, you can also do that. So this will be a lot easier for you to monitor your home from afar. All right. Some manufacturers are so smart, they have an app that incorporates remote control lighting. So all you need is your smartphone to access most smart lighting system. Keep a car in the driveway. Keeping a car in the driveway is a fantastic deterrent here, because criminals are thinking, oh, okay, This person is not, this family is not really far away. They might not be home for one day or two, but they're probably coming back. So you want to have a car in the back in the driveway. Another thing you can do is to basically install this sort of fake TV device. A lot of stores have them nowadays. You can even go online and type fake TV device. So what that device does is that it mimics the flickering lights of a TV. If you think about it, if people know that you're home and there is a TV light in the living room or in the in the bedroom, chances are they're not going to bother you. They're not going to burglarize you, right? So if you are concerned about wasting energy or you are gone for more than a day, I would strongly suggest to buy that fake TV device, or buy something similar, buy a similar device that mimics again the flickering lights of a TV. And the good thing is you can program these devices to kick in at sundown or remain on during the day. You can actually all you have to do is very easy. You have to go into the settings and put on the hours, the time where you want it to be on and off. You can add the sound of a radio or music playing in the background so that people have the illusion that someone is actually home. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweaty Q. We're also having a conversation around 5 things you should always do to keep your home safe before you go on vacation. And I just spoke to you about number 1, make it look like someone is home. Now, before I go into number 2 here, let me quickly say that if you love the content clarity and quality so far, please consider subscribing to our channel. We love to have new subscribers. We want to expand our community, and turn on the notification bell so you are informed whenever we release a new show. We do this every single day, rain or shine. Please also share your information. If you have some kind of safety measures or safety tips you want to share with our community, we'll really appreciate that. Like this content and comment below. Number 2, properly lock sliding doors. Now, sliding doors are really vulnerable, and they are vulnerable because they use latches, not locks. So even rookie burglars can quickly overcome most factory installed latches, or they might simply lift the door off its track and out of the way, which usually doesn't even require like tools, right? So of course, a burglar's favorite sliding door break-in tool is a regular old brick, right? So the thing here is that you want to prevent burglars from using your sliding doors as a fast track into your property. How do you do that? Now, use blocking bars. So you want to insert a metal or a wooden bar along your sliding door's bottom track. Okay, so even if a would-be burglar defeats the latch, this physical barrier makes it impossible to push the door aside, because the bar should be, you want the bar to be long enough to allow only a minimal opening, if any. Another option that specialists advise is something called a Charlie bar. This is actually a fold down arm that blocks the door, and that's usually at waist level, and that provides a more convenient interaction than bending down to the floor each time you want to open your own doors. Another thing you can do is you can install a security pin. Now, if you want to prevent unwelcome guests from simply removing your door from the track, you want to add a security pin. Now, with your sliding door securely closed, you want to drill a hole through the frame actually of the door that slides and into the frame of the stationary door. Right now, be careful though, because the last thing you want is to drill all the way through. You just need to drill to a reasonable limit. Then you want to insert a hardened steel patio door pin to hold the two doors together. Now, you don't have to be particularly handy. You just have to follow these instructions. I mean, you should also ensure that your track and door rollers are in good condition. They have to be in good condition, otherwise the whole thing wouldn't work. Another thing you can do is you can apply shatterproof film. Now, you can maintain your cherished views while improving security by applying something called shatterproof film to your sliding door, to your sliding glass doors. Now, shatterproof film prevents burglars from making quick entry by breaking your door's glass. Now, it really depends on where you live, because it's something that can be customized also. So depending on your preference, security film can be transparent or tinted. It will even repel flying debris to help protect your home during hurricanes. That's just fantastic. Another tip you can use to lock sliding doors tightly is to get a monitored alarm system, right? So, because the thing you have to understand is that at the end of the day, no entry point, lock, or barrier is completely foolproof, right? We all know that. Now, so you can take the tips I just gave you earlier. Use blocking bars, install a security pin, apply shatterproof film. In addition to all those three, you should also consider getting a professionally installed and monitored home security system. The reason is that the glass break sensors are an excellent security system option for homes with sliding glass doors. And always pay attention to the power of placing a protected some kind of camera system on your sliding doors, right? So if you have a protection contract with the security agency, you want to put their logo or their label on your door, so people will see it. Most burglars will rather take their chances with another home than messing up with your home. All right, I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to another edition of Sweetie Kiwi. We are also having a conversation today around 5 things you should always do to keep your home safe before you go on vacation. Number 3, ask a neighbor to pick up mail and packages. It is very important. I always tell people that you want to maintain good relationship with your neighbors, because you never know, right? So take care of newspapers and mail, because the last thing you want is to give any signal to a would-be burglar that, hey, listen, I'm not home. Because an overflowing mailbox or package littered front porch is a clear sign no one is home. So you want to ask someone you trust to pick up and hold your mail and packages until you return, right? So you can also actually, if your immediate neighbors, you're not comfortable asking them, ask someone on your street down the block to pick up and hang on to your mail and newspapers. Just make sure that you trust the person, because particularly sneaky burglars may even leave a flyer or a restaurant menu at your door and keep track of how long it takes you to retrieve it. So tell your neighbors to keep an eye out for that too. All right. Number 4, never broadcast your absence. I mean, we live in a world right now where people feel comfortable broadcasting their lives on the internet, particularly on social media, right? So like, this person is eating at the restaurants. The person has just checked in at this airport or at this hotel room. Nobody wants that. You never want to put that. You don't want to give any hint about your whereabouts. Now, if you want to broadcast your vacation, your amazing vacation on social media, you got to think of it has to be a proper decision from you, that you are measuring the risk elements of such a decision versus the need to boast, right? Especially if you're going for an extended period of time, you don't broadcast it on the internet, because by doing that, you are basically telling potential trespassers exactly when your home will be empty. Number 5, check doors and windows. Now, check out of the way windows and doors before you leave, right? Because someone in the family may have opened an upstairs window and forgotten to lock it behind them months ago or weeks ago. So you want to check all the entry points to your property before you leave, so that you have peace of mind, right? Because those things, just checking the windows and doors, all the entry points, can help deter many would-be burglars, right? Now, if you want to have an enhanced sort of security apparatus, you can look into installing a system, right, that allows you to really see. You can install a system that allows you to monitor your doors and windows in real time. All right. So, folks, this is it for today. I really hope that you enjoyed the conversation here. So I was talking to you today about 5 things you should always do to keep your home safe before you go on vacation. And number 1, make it look like someone's home. Number 2, properly lock sliding doors. 3. Ask a neighbor to pick up mail and packages. 4. Don't broadcast your absence. 5. Check doors and windows. I'll talk to you another time. But until then, remember, stay marvelous.